Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk women's basketball. And with us, junior guard Adrienne Anderson. Adrienne, first of all, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Obviously, it's been a great season for the Bulldogs so far, 15-6 overall, and got to be nice, really playing for something here going into the month of February.
Yeah, we're really excited for the season. You know, we've been through a lot as a team. But we're keeping our head on straight. We're excited for the future and what has to come, and we're not satisfied. We're hungry for more. So.
Obviously, this past weekend on the road against two very good teams, but you have a chance to come back starting this week, 4 straight games at home, and it'll be nice to play inside Jim Wink Arena.
Yeah, we're happy to be back at Wink. It's always a good time with our crowd, our fans, like back at home with people we love. We get to see our family, so it's a good environment to play in. Started
off this past week at Ashland, number 2 in the country on Thursday night, and always a tough matchup against a very good opponent like that.
It's a good competition, I would say. It's fun to play against girls who are as good as they are, I would say. And it's just, it's always, I would say it's just fun to always have to stay on our toes, and it makes us play our best, I would say that.
Obviously, you'd played them once before in a close ball game at home here earlier in the year. What's it like playing a team like this for the second time?
Like I said, it makes us play our best. We come together as a team. We know that we came into the game ready to compete, as always, but we fell short. But it made us just check ourselves where we were in our playing, and we came back Saturday and got the job done.
Obviously, it was close early on, and then they kind of pulled a little bit of a stretch toward the end of the first period and into the second, and great environment here with a lot of fans on hand.
Yeah. I would just say that the game was a good game. It was a good opportunity for us to check on what we had to do, get our heads together, play as a team, and we had to just regroup at the end of the day.
Obviously, you've got a couple players out with injuries, and certainly impacts maybe the amount of time that you have to play along with some of the other starters on the floor.
Yeah, we definitely have sustained, we've been through some injuries, but our thing is next person up. We can't focus on the injuries and who hasn't played and who will play. We just need to make sure that we just keep moving along and doing our best to make sure that we get the job done.
Coming out of halftime, what was the focus as you were able to make a little bit of a run here in a couple stages in the third quarter?
Play with pride. What we had left was what we had to give. We had to come out in the third, and the game wasn't over. It's not over until the 40 minutes is over, so we had to come out and do what we had to do. The game is not over. We had to play as hard as we possibly could.
Obviously, a chance here going down the stretch to get some other players some playing time. Hannah Barnes with 8 points really shot the ball well here in this game.
Yeah, she did amazing. One of the players, next person up. Before some of the injuries, she didn't see the floor as much, but she came out and did what she had to do. She was ready. Her head was on straight. As for other people that haven't seen as much of the floor, but got some playing time this weekend.
Obviously, after a game like that against a very good opponent, the nice part is you don't have a whole lot of time to dwell on it. Back in action on the road on Saturday at Wayne State.
Yeah, like I said, we knew that we had a new game. We couldn't hang our heads about Saturday. We had to come back in for Wayne State and be ready to play them. So we're next up.
As we go to the highlights of Saturday's game at Wayne State, we mentioned this during the men's segment. Obviously, you being from the Detroit area, what's it like playing this game in front of so many family and friends?
Oh, it was great. The environment was amazing, playing some of the people that I know personally because I played with them and against them. It was great, the environment. It was just fun. It was a fun game to play in.
Obviously got off to a good start here in one of those games where you led pretty much throughout the ball game, but they never quite went away going down the stretch.
Yeah, we never quite pulled away, but we never hung our heads for a second either. We knew that we were in the game, and the goal was to pull away, but we ended up getting the win, obviously. But I'm just proud of my team for sticking in it, and we were never satisfied. We pulled away with the dub.
Riley Blair with 28 points, you had 20, and obviously a nice 1-2 punch in terms of the scoring, but you had a number of girls that really contributed here in this victory.
Oh, of course. Mallory McCartney, Chloe Idoni, Samantha Krause, all of my girls, they're so great. They step in when needed to be. It's amazing.
What's it like playing with Mallory and Chloe, obviously 2 talented freshmen that continue to get better and better as the year goes on?
Oh, they're amazing. Yeah, they're freshmen, but they don't act as such. They play a bigger role. They act amazing. Their head, their mental game is what makes them who they are.
Obviously going down the stretch here, a back and forth ball game. You had to lead, then they had to lead, and it seemed like either team here in this fourth quarter really wanted to lose a game like this.
No. Like I said, one thing about this team is that we're never satisfied. We always want to win, no matter if the odds are for us or against us. So unless we come out with the dub, we're fighting every second that we get. So.
Obviously, here going down the stretch here in the ball game, you'd have a chance to win it here at the end of regulation, a shot that just bounced off the rim, and one of those games that's important here to kind of get back on track here in terms of the GLIAC as you went to overtime.
I would just say fighting, never being satisfied. We're like this team, man. We've been through a lot, but we're not done. Like, that's one thing about us is we always find a way to keep pushing together as a team. So that's one thing about us that's special.
Obviously, you did that here down the stretch. A little tough to see here with the fans on hand, but
yeah.
Got a buzzer beater from Chloe Idoni that
Yes.
Bounced off the rim, and an exciting finish to that game.
Yeah, it's a great way. And then I think that was a boost in her confidence as well. She did amazing. As a team, it was a great team win. Everybody contributed. Chloe obviously had the game-winning shot, and everybody was so happy for it. It was a great win.
Three straight Saturdays in overtime, and you've been able to win all three. How much confidence does your team have going into overtime, knowing that you've been able to do it before?
Oh, we're going. Nothing can stop us. I mean, we've proven that day in, day out. We're working every day behind closed doors, in front of people's faces. Like, oh, we have a motor. It's not going to stop.
Obviously, this week back at home, as we mentioned, and taking on Saginaw Valley and Northwood, two teams you've faced before, and were able to get wins on the road, but two very good opponents coming in this week.
Yeah, we do. We have to focus in. Like, we had some good wins last week, but we have to move on. Like, that's how we did with Ashland. We have to move forward. Our wins against Saginaw and Northwood were good wins, but we have to beat them again. We know our position in the North, our position in the GLIAC. We're not satisfied. We got to keep going.
Top the GLIAC North Division here going into the month of February. What's it like knowing that you're in position here to make a run at a conference title, which is a little bit different than maybe it's been in the past couple of years?
Yeah, it's a great feeling. It's something new, I would say, because in the past years we haven't accomplished this, but it was one of our goals that we've talked about in the preseason and the beginning of the season. But like I said, that we're not satisfied. Like, just because we're #1 in the North doesn't mean that we're going to stop. We're not complacent. Like, we want to keep going.
What's it been like for you here now in your third season being a Bulldog?
Oh, it's been amazing. I've met some great people, made some great friendships that'll last a lifetime, and that's really big to me. It's on the court and off the court stuff that really means the most. So I think my time here being a Bulldog has been pretty good.
Obviously, what does it take here in the final month of the season to make a push here as you get ready for a conference championship, postseason play, all at stake here in the final month?
Well, I think fatigue is setting in for a lot of people, obviously injury, so we just have to keep our mental focus on straight, and every time we're on the court to give our full effort, like be strong in whatever we do, like whatever time we spend on the court, we have to be 100% focused, and whatever extra time we spend on the court, getting extra shots in or whatever, that always will benefit everybody too.
Well, Adrienne, thanks for being with us, and best of luck this week.
Thank you. Thank you.
That'll do it for Ferris Sports Update. You can follow all the action online, ferrisstatebulldogs.com. Have a great week.